Oof, made it. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. Gosh, I was trying to update in my stories, so I hope that you saw my poor friends on Facebook, because I couldn't do that on my phone. Oh, my poppy's coming off. It's all a bit of a rush. Let me grab Facebook and we'll get cracking, because I've got lots of lovely things to share with you here on a Wellbeing Wednesday here in my studios. Oh, come on, phone. What are you doing here? Hello, Facebook. I'm sorry to be a bit late. You may not have seen, unless you're watching me on my stories, but I'd managed to grab a last-minute appointment at John Frieda to go and get my colour done, my roots done, because I was really, panicking with this latest lockdown. Am I the right way round or not? Please tell me. Because I'm just so fed up with these phones and the way they don't seem to rotate properly. Anyhow, thank you for my comments on my hair. So I had my appointment booked for... Hello, Basil.
Oh, look at you.
Oh my goodness, and look who it is. Hi.
Hi.
So I told you there would be a special
Hi, everyone.
guest.
You look fab.
Thanks. Well, I was really rushing.
Yes, great.
Because I was just saying to our friends here that I had an appointment, a long-standing appointment booked in the diary for first thing Friday morning. And so, of course, when they made the announcement, it was like, what am I going to do? Anyway, they very kindly squeezed me in this morning, and I managed to get a bit of a cut as well. So hopefully lockdown locks will be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still sideways on Facebook? Honestly, this is just not funny. You're the techie one, Lil.
What have you done?
Well, I'm trying to do it in the other way round. Hi, Barbara on Facebook.
Why?
Who says good morning. Because that is a better format for Facebook, and then that's also the one that gets uploaded to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So it's on the right way round.
Okay.
Oh, look what happens when you have your digi bod with you. You're going to be able to fix it.
Maybe if it will let me swipe this thing up.
Might not, mightn't it? If not, we can do it another one. Hi, Marion. Hi.
I don't know why
Andrea.
it won't let me do it whilst
Hi,
you're
Tina.
live.
Oh, okay.
I have to fix it round. I think it's because your phone is set on complete portrait mode.
Oh,
You know
is it?
how you can let it rotate?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. It stops it from rotating, so if you're lying in bed reading something,
Oh, I
or
see.
it doesn't
It
flip
won't
the phone
rotate.
round. Yeah, so that's what you've got it on.
So I've got it on the wrong setting.
Mm.
So it's my fault.
Well,
Kind
someone's
of,
fault.
yes. Okay, so in what we'll have to do then, if we're going to be here together, shall I move the stand back a little bit? Otherwise, we're not going to be able to see if we're going to sit here together.
I'll do it.
You can
You
do
sit-
that. Okay,
you
I can
say
sit
when.
here. Hey, Basil, are you coming up here?
Say
so,
when.
Yeah, so it's
Say
nice
when.
to get some family time. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's see. You've got your place taken up here. So today, lots of fun things to share, and I thought one of the really fun things that I know made your day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this was. Sorry, we're still adjusting the technology.
This is what happens when you do it impromptually.
It is, isn't it? Is she all right? She's just shivering.
fine.
Is she a bit cold? No, I'm the
she's
cold one.
fine.
It's freezing out there today.
It's so cold.
So Lily and I follow this amazing artist on Instagram.
I have such a crush on her. She's so great.
I think you first sent me something of hers, I don't know, a year or two ago.
Yes, yeah.
She's called Zeppelin Moon on Instagram,
She's
Amber
great.
Fossey. And she's really fun, and my second daughter, Lily's sister, is also a big fan because she gets teased for being really kind of just, well, not lazy, but that kind of teenage, So anyway, Amber has this amazing character, which is the sloth. So that's become a bit of a family favourite.
It has, yes.
Did you buy Brella the cushion for Christmas?
Yes, the dancing sloth cushion for her
Dancing
uni
sloth.
room, just for her uni room.
Yeah, when she went to uni. Anyway, she has a brand new book out. I think it's actually published today, and it's called "Be Wild, Be Free." And she sent a copy now.
Oh, Zeppelin
warning.
is watching.
Oh, Zeppelin Moon!
Hi! We're such big fans.
We're so excited. This has just arrived in the studio, and just a bit of a warning. It is a tad rude. Okay. So, but very, very funny.
So funny.
Honestly, Amber, you make our days, and I've just literally opened a page here. These little blue tits sitting on the on the page, and it says, "Oops, I've got 99 problems, but my tits aren't one." So I mean, it is just, and that's
So referencing Jay-Z as well.
yeah. It's oh my goodness. Oh really? I mean, you accept that, and it's just so lovely. The manta ray. Oh no, listen. I mean, that just says, "Don't be a dick," basically. And I mean, it's not all rude. This is lovely. Look at that. Look at this pussycat here, okay, with a piece of cake. And it's saying the cake of forgiveness gets smaller every time you eat a slice.
Oh, so good.
And I just love it. And we just love it. Anyway, I was very excited because I came back to my studios and we'll just pick up these lovely cards. And because you put cards in with it, which we love. And we were so excited. And then this is the big news. Okay, so as you probably saw from my Instagram stories, Lily and I went out last night to have a kind of the last supper, basically. It felt like it. Well, we were allowed. And afterwards, came back here, obviously, and found this. And this is a special painting that Amber has done for Lily, which we totally weren't expecting.
No.
If you can see it here. And, of course, guess who it is?
It's the star of the show.
It is the star of the show, Basil.
Oh, it's Basil!
And Lily had posted on her Instagram a while back, Basil, saying, "This is my doggo. Oh, how I love her so." And Amber, you actually then picked that up.
She did it! And I danced and laughed and screamed and cried.
I mean, I just wished I had videoed Lily's reaction. Serious hearts to you, because it was just so kind and thoughtful,
so
and so much appreciated. And we just wish you huge luck with your book. I did actually have a quick look on Amazon, and I think, in fact, maybe Amy's going to pop a link on Facebook to anybody who wants to see it. And I think it's already climbing the charts, so just great. And yeah, hopefully we can connect again at some point, because, hey, I heart Basil, says Zeppelin Moon. Woohoo! Anyway, what a lovely, cheerful story for a Wellbeing Wednesday. And actually, I just thought, Lil, seeing as you are here with me, and hopefully you're feeling reasonably okay today, are you? I know that many of you have been following Lily's journey with kind of chronic pain, but I wondered if you could just talk a little bit about what you were telling me yesterday, because you found this incredible NHS dentist.
I did, yes.
And this is, another part of the journey. Those of you who know Lily's story will know that she's been basically off work for the last 2 years with long-term chronic pain, migraine, and we've been looking at so many things I can't even begin to tell you. But it's all started really coming into focus, perhaps with the histamine journey, and Dr. Tina Pearce and Life Code GX, which we'll talk about again another time, because that's all about nutrigenetics, and it's fascinating. So you seriously want to be part of this conversation. But of course, there are lots of other things. It's kind of multifactorial. And one of the things that we talked about with Lynn Ray, who is this amazing jaw therapist who helps to release jaw tension. Because you've been to the dentist before, haven't you? Really complaining about jaw
pain.
Ache. And what did they say before?
Last time I went to a different dental practice, and I was worried about the jaw pain and it being, cavities or whatever. So I went there and I just went for my checkup, and they said, "Oh no, there's no evidence of any dental problems," and just sent me on my merry way. This dentist got her hands in my mouth and was poking me and prodding me, and it was so painful. Anyway, she thinks that I've got this thing that grinders or clenchers, so if you're a grinder or a clencher, it's important to watch out, are more prone to getting, called myofascial, I think that's how you pronounce it, because it's not facial, it's fascial, it's to do with the fascia in the muscles, myofascial pain syndrome. And it's kind of in the same family of diseases and conditions as fibromyalgia. But whereas fibromyalgia is a specific pain point, this can actually refer pain to different parts of the body. And so it can affect your lower back.
Really, coming from your jaw?
From your jaw, yes.
Wow,
And so it's really hard to diagnose unless they stick their thumb right up into your jaw and find
amazing dentist.
She's brilliant. She checked me for, she did like a mouth cancer check, and says that you should be checking your mouth for lumps and ulcers.
Really?
Just like you check maybe your breasts or whatever. You should
Wow.
be checking your mouth and your lymph nodes and everything.
Gosh, I don't think I've ever had my lymph nodes checked
Yeah,
by a
no,
dentist.
she was-
dental check.
She was absolutely incredible. Lavender Hill Dental Practice.
Okay, big shout out, guys.
Big shout out. They were great.
And she also mentioned that there was a specialist, was it at Guy's or Thomas's?
Yeah, so she said that there's a pain clinic, which actually I've been doing a bit of research on because I heard one of the neurologists there on the National Migraine Centre's podcast
They just had a
with Dr.
podcast.
Katie Monroe,
Yeah,
who you've spoken to
I
before.
saw that on Twitter actually. Yeah.
And they have a specialist pain centre there, and she was like, I could refer you there, but obviously at the moment there's no point because of COVID. You made the point that it's probably worth just getting on the
Get on the list.
Get
anyway,
on the list,
honey.
but they're just bouncing people back. They're just saying that, like, apparently. Anyway, I will take it. I'm seeing her next week.
Okay.
So I will take it back up with them, but I can go to the pain clinic for this. For
that
pain.
bit to be looked at.
Yeah.
Really, really fascinating. And of course, you know, you're still on the antihistamine diet, aren't you?
I am antihistamine diet. Fexofenadine, which is a prescription level antihistamine, and I take a double dose. And then
Postman.
Hello. Sorry,
Basil's growling.
and then a mast cell stabilizer for the overactive mast cells called Montelukast.
Okay, so this whole mast cell activation syndrome or disorder is really fascinating, and it's kind of cutting edge with a lot of the chronic pain conditions. So chronic migraine, fibromyalgia, all kinds of other things implicated.
Yes, hugely, and it can be very hard, also because it's quite new. Not all doctors know about it, and also it can be quite tricky to diagnose because it can present itself in so many different ways.
Absolutely. I'm just looking actually in the magazine, because this is the brand new issue of the magazine, because we were talking.
Good.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's a bit of sparkle. I actually put on my Instagram your picture because I reposted it.
Yes, you did. I saw. Thank
which
you.
is a bit of sparkle. And I'm just looking to see here, maybe it might actually be in the next issue where we're talking specifically about histamine and also about this mast cell activation disorder. I think we did something in the last issue, and there is also a really good podcast with Dr. Tina Pears, so maybe Amy, you could pop a little
and for anyone who
link
gets
on
lots
that.
of, it doesn't have to just be pain. Anyone, it can manifest in lots of allergy symptoms and kind of getting symptoms of technically they're symptoms of anaphylaxis, as in anaphylactic shock, when you can't breathe and everything swells up. But apparently there's scales of it, so chronic digestive problems can actually be a form of an allergic reaction and anaphylaxis, which is coming from the mast cells and having too much histamine in your body.
And also, I think from what I've been researching, it's really, there's also a connection with estrogen and histamine. So of course that brings us on to our favourite subject, doesn't it, of estrogen insufficiency as we age. And this is really where another company plays in, which is Life Code GX, and another doctor there who has been screening you, and who has also screened me recently, and also Lily's sister, which is really interesting, looking at the genetic coding, and we're going to be talking more about that. I've got podcasts coming up. We're going to do more on Instagram, and it's really about how to understand what's going on inside with our genes, how to understand how we respond, because you're taking now lots of different supplements, because you know your body is not producing things like glutathione, which is a nutrient that we really don't hear very much about, this master antioxidant. You're taking a lot more magnesium, aren't you, for pain?
And ones that I haven't even heard of, like SAM-E.
Never heard of SAM-E.
Like nutrients. Oh no, you're putting me on the spot.
So you can tell me later.
But it's very important for methylation.
Oh yeah, methylation. Oh my goodness, all hail methylation. This is, you know, there's going to be so much good stuff coming up. I'm really excited actually to be just kind of broadening the net here and talking about all sorts of different things. And I guess always looking to try and put a positive light on things. If you look at the good that can come out of bad, you know, your journey, and it's awful to see you in the midst of it, still not yet resolved, but hopefully making progress.
Yeah.
And it is just the way that you're able to share it and share hidden disability, and the way that we're now looking at all these new things. We wouldn't have stayed on that path, perhaps, you know, had we not had such a close personal interest in it. And it's really opening our eyes to all sorts of incredible things. And you know, I've got other, you know, family issues as well going on with other members of the family that are being helped by so much more nutritional understanding. And, you know, we know that things, even, you know, as we face COVID, for example, that higher levels of vitamin D are protective, and that you're far less likely to have the need to go into intensive care, for example, if you have high levels of vitamin D. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about actually on Friday is we are producing a new e-guide on supporting the immune system.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's just in its last stages at the moment, getting ready. And I'm going to be sharing my screen here with an amazing doctor, talking particularly about liposomal vitamin C and about ways that we could better support our immune system. And, you know, she's been working as a frontline NHS medic and is really well versed in all this.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So it's going to be really fascinating. Honestly, bookmark that. If you can join us live on Friday, please do. Otherwise, of course, it'll be on catch up as well. So that's all really exciting. And actually, talking about supplements, this is the one that I have been taking now recently. It's from Newson Health. And you can find it through Emma Ellis Flint, who is a nutritionist who specialises particularly in midlife women. So the Magnesium Plus, this is really good, and it's different types of magnesium because there's not just one. So this is magnesium malate, citrate and ascorbate with B vitamins, which I also showed up in my profile that I needed, and vitamin C, and I think it's excellent. The tablets are quite big. If I show you, this is a new pot, but they are scored down the middle, so you can break them in half if you need to.
Oh,
so
that's good, because a lot of magnesium tablets can be really big.
I mean, you have to take quite a lot, don't you? I mean, you should see the number of pills that Lily takes. It's like huge. But
sometimes I put it on my stories when I have a little pill caddy, and once a fortnight I have to sort them all out, and I put them all so that they're at aesthetically pleasing angles, and I divvy them up by colour as well as what time of day I have to put them.
Oh my goodness!
What time to take them.
Well, this one is you also get Liz Loves as a discount on that, so that's really helpful. In fact, I rushed in so quickly I don't have my iPad here to check the discount. I might go and set that up while you carry on chatting.
Okay.
Because I think it's a 15% discount, but I will check that. And also the other thing, are you taking your fish oils? She says, talking to her daughter. Do you take fish oils? No. How can you not take your fish oils?
I take other oils.
But it's your EPA and DHA that you need.
Oh.
Your DHA in particular, this is the one that I love, it's Newson Health, it's DHA and vitamin D. Yes, but that's not the same as DHA.
No, I know. No, I'm not taking any fish oils.
Okay, so add this in. Please add this in. No, seriously, I'm sorry, I know you've got hundreds of capsules to take, but this is another one. This is a really important one, okay? All you need is one capsule of that, and that is giving you a seriously good amount. It is giving you 500 milligrams of DHA and 100 milligrams of EPA, plus you're getting a good level of vitamin D as well and vitamin E. You hang on to that and chat while I go and find my iPad.
Okay.
Yeah, you can chat, can't you?
How exciting. I've just seen one comment come through from Jojo on Instagram Live that says, I'm a little version of Lizelle. I would like to point out that I'm like 4 inches taller than her. So I think she's a little version of me now.
That is unnecessary bit of too much information, I would say. I think, you know, sometimes it's fine just to, you know, you don't have to read every comment.
It's nice to interact with people, especially
I know, but
ones...
do you want to choose the comments that you reply to, perhaps?
Okay.
That aren't commenting on my height. I can wear heels too.
You can, and actually, because you don't have hypermobile joints, you can wear them for much longer than I can. Mine get really sore.
That is true. That is true. No, I'm just checking. I'm just trying to find Newson Health.
Oh, to get the discount code on these. Sorry, Basil, you've
Hello.
stolen.
You have.
Star of the show.
Stolen my seat. In fact, she has made it onto so many covers. You can see some of the covers of the magazines behind. She's made it onto so many covers of the magazine that we were kind of joking that it was going to be called Baz Earle magazine.
And our launch campaign was going to be #LizWho.
Hashtag Liz who? That is
Liz
just
who?
a shocker. You wouldn't kick me off the cover, would you?
You wouldn't kick your granny off.
Bet you would. Oh dear. So, where are we? Newson Health. There we go. Oh, my thing. I need to get the screen right. You can show me how to do this. Because then I have to scroll across.
It's Liz Loves.
Liz Loves for 10% off. Okay, Liz Loves, all in capitals for Newson Health. So I'm going to get you some of these because you seriously need to be taking that. Okay, everybody needs, in my opinion, to be taking DHA. And I've done really interesting podcasts. There was one with the neuroscientist Simon, forget his last name, Dr. Amy. I know you'll pop it up on Facebook, won't you? And anyway, that is just so interesting about how these omega-3s affect immune system, of course, really important for immune system, and brain health as well. And that's, it's all about the brain, isn't it, these days as we age. So, what did I need to talk about today? Okay, yes, so I've had some questions here. Can you get the September-October back issue? Yes, you can go to the Warner's website. So if you go to Earle Wellbeing, you can click on Buy the Magazine. It'll take you through to Warner's. And then just head there. They've got a little section that says back issues. So yes, you can absolutely get it. Do you and Lily take Botox for migraine? I don't, no, but Lily, you do.
I do.
And has that helped? Oh yes, and teeth grinding. Yes, I have Botox here in my masseter for tooth grinding. In fact, I need to go and get some more because it's beginning to wear off. But yeah, it's really because it freezes your muscles. And so where do you have Botox?
I have Botox from here, all through my forehead, all through my scalp, down my neck and into my shoulders.
How many jabs?
About 60.
60?
Yeah, every 3 months. And then I have to have a top-up. You have to have a top-up after a couple of weeks. And for some people it works as a preventative. For some people it is like the magic bullet. Unfortunately for me it is brilliant. It's still brilliant, but it helps with the pain levels. So I can feel when my Botox is due, because my migraines become more painful more accurately than looking at a calendar. Like I don't need to set a reminder or anything because they'll just become more painful, and then I'll get a reminder from the doctor to come and get it. But I think it's great. I sing the praises of Botox for these things all the time. Yeah, no, it certainly helps with this. This is a particular thing that I need to. And our littlest, your littlest, my littlest brother, your youngest one, thinks it's hysterical because I've got a bit of movement because it's starting to wear off. But you can't get cross. But I can't get cross, and when I have it done when I have it freshly done and completely, nothing happens. Nothing happens because obviously it's medical version. It's not. Yeah, so it's really tough. That's why a lot of actors, are not allowed to have it because they can't get their expression. No, exactly. In their faces. And I realised as well, wearing a mask, because I'm trying to if you're in a shop or something, normally you smile at the shopkeeper. I know. And you can't. So if you can't even, I can't even move my eyebrows. So I'm having to make sure I'm really smiling with my eyes. Smiley eyes. Interesting. Talking about masks here. This is a question from Millie on Instagram. So I love your silk face mask you're wearing in today's stories. Where's it from? So yes, this is it, and gorgeous. I do love it. Isn't it pretty? So this is Holistic Silk, and we do also have a discount code with them. So maybe Amy, you can pop that up. It's pretty, isn't it? Really pretty. And I also like it because it's shaped. Yeah. So it's kind of really comfortable to wear. Let me just find the and it has a pocket for a filter. Here. Oh yeah, I was looking at it while we were having dinner last night. It's not just silk. Yeah, so it's not just a covering. It's actually got a filter in it. So Holistic Silk, and they are holisticsilk.com. And again, yes, Liz Loves gets you 10% off everything there. And they also have lovely things. They have silk pillowcases, which I use. And just silk eye masks. You've got a silk eye mask, I think, haven't you? Which is you use when you're having migraine. So on Monday, this was something else that we launched. Well, I didn't launch it. Life Armour launched it, and I helped just to promote it, really, because I think it's a really nice brand. Drops of vitamin D. I know it's gone really well, so a big shout out to Mariska and her team. This is vitamin D with vitamin K2, prebiotics and adaptogenic mushrooms. Wow. I know. Have you heard about these? No.
So again, mushrooms is something else that we're going to be looking at in the future.
Yes. Oh yeah, I've heard you talk about it from that point of view.
Yeah, exactly. And
not to give too much away.
Not to give too much away, that there's some big news coming with a whole other area of medicine as well. So you're just not going to want to miss out. I have to say, don't forget, because I have lots of comments about the magazine, that it is not available in any store now. It's not available in retail, and sad, tragic that the retailers are now having to close yet again.
I know.
And non-essential purchases, be kind of like taped off. So of course magazines are deemed non-essential. So it was totally the right business decision for us, because if we printed,
thank goodness, that's really
tens of thousands of copies, they all would have got pulped again. I mean, it's just devastating, and this is the last day, perhaps for a while, where you can get out and support your local shops. So, after this, if there are any local stores coming up to the end of the year, I know as a brand founder, we're gearing up for Christmas and Black Friday and all of those things. This traditionally is the time when a lot of small businesses are actually relying on to make the majority of their income. And of course, if they are just shut down, that's not going to happen. So please support the smaller brands online where you can. If you can get out today, shop local, and give support. So what we have done is we've had to go subscription only. So that means that you can only get it sent to you. And don't miss it, because this particular issue we made quite sparkly. And we did that deliberately because we wanted to spread
I love it.
a bit of joy and a bit of fun.
Love the sparkles.
There is light and shade in here. So we've got some quite interesting, seriously good articles in here. We're talking about super creams. We're talking about, interesting actually, Alice Hart-Davis, who's a really good journalist, investigative journalist.
Amazing.
She's talking about the pros and cons of various cosmetic procedures. Lovely Hannah Martin talking about backstage beauty with all the best sparkles. I've talked about cryotherapy, and there was one comment actually, and I think unfortunately I've saved it on my phone, so I can't read out who it's from, but maybe it's on Instagram, so maybe you'll mention it. And there was a lady who had bought her mum, I think her mum is 74, she bought her a subscription as a gift. And her mum had just received it. And she looked at the yoga feature. So the yoga feature here, this is Amy, if you want to see a picture of Amy. Amy is not only our digital editor who is running Facebook today, but Amy is also a yoga teacher, qualified yoga teacher. And so she sends me pictures of yoga poses for the articles that she's written, and Muggins here has to try and do it.
You're very good.
I'm not very good, but I try. Anyway, there are some really, really good poses in this particular issue for helping a bad back. If you've got stiffness or sciatica and all of that. Anyway, this lady's mum, she got it, and she was so pleased to read this article that she posted sent a picture, just a private picture between them, of her in her kitchen with her legs up against the wall doing her yoga poses from the magazine. So it just made me laugh, honestly. So thank you very much for sharing that. I did say, would you like to share a picture of your mum? But she said that maybe she thought she'd be a bit shy. Anyway, lots of great recipes in here, and just fun things. I think one of the things, it was lovely to see the Christmas decorations, wasn't it, last night?
Oh, so nice. They had the Christmas lights up.
Yeah,
So
just
nice.
beginning. And I think from what I'm seeing online, a lot of people are embracing Christmas earlier.
I've heard people talking about this.
Putting up their Christmas trees, thinking we may not get to Christmas, it may be locked down again, whatever. Let's just do something.
Let's make festiveness last longer.
Have a more festive time. And there are certainly things that you might want to try out. This is lovely. This is a Christmas tree apple tart. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? I might try that. I've still got some of my windfalls. And I'm not going to spoil it all by sharing everything, but we will be over the coming weeks doing a few more things. And there is the most delicious cake. Oh my goodness. Where is this cake recipe? Because it's a sort of semi-healthy cake. You can't have much cake, can you, at the moment?
No, I'm not supposed to be eating gluten for my histamine diet.
For your histamine. But you could make this if you wanted with gluten-free flour, if you wanted to. This is a winter spiced carrot cake.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
How delicious does that look? Anyway, so I'm not going to look too much at the food because I haven't eaten yet today and I'm absolutely starving.
Oh no.
Making me really, really hungry. One of the other things, actually, that I should say in here is that we've launched a new offer with the jewellery collection.
Gorgeous.
So this is the rose, wild rose collection. So 25% off the entire rose collection. I know you've got the bracelet, haven't you? You wear the little bracelet?
Yes, I do have the little bracelet. I have mine in the rose gold.
Rose gold, that's the yellow gold.
This
And
is
actually,
the
I'll
yellow
just
gold
show
one.
you here, because you will have seen, I often wear, these are the rose gold, I often wear my little rose gold studs. Look at these,
That's so pretty.
aren't they fab? So, but you may not know that they come with lots of different little adjustments. So, for example, if you're talking about sparkle, they come with this little amethyst colour crystal drop.
So pretty.
And it's got it's all fair trade gold vermeil, and you just clip that behind, and then you get a dangle. You see, dangling from your stud, isn't that? I love
so cute.
Multitasking. We love multitasking, and
Yep,
then
things
you
that work
could
hard.
totally like us things
Yes.
that work hard, or you can get them with the little rose leaves, so you can have if you want something that dangles,
So
a bit of movement but not the sparkle. Or you just wear them on their own, you know, as the little studs, which I might put mine in actually, because I was rushing. I don't wear earrings if I go to the hairdresser.
Yes, wise.
So because I've done that before, I've taken my earrings out and then I've left them behind, or I've
I
just
have ones that I
them
can't have taken out, and most of the time it's fine. But I've had a hairbrush go into
catch
them.
it. And actually, you've got this thing, and the reason that you did this was another migraine potential thing, which didn't work, but never mind.
It didn't work. Yeah.
But what's it called?
It's the
that
Dave
one?
piercing. So it's in the very centre of my ear, and then I also have this one up here, which is a souvenir from my travels. When you were on the other side of the world and couldn't tell me off.
Not thrilled, I have to say, but at least those are the only bits of you that you have pierced, as far as I know.
You know what?
You're such a tease, honestly. I don't know. I really don't know. Right, I'm going to have a look and see what other questions I've got here. Did you see, by the way, the live that I did with the lovely Rosie from Sugar Coated?
I didn't see the live, but I've seen the products. I've seen the boxes, which is so cute.
Again, you get Liz Loves. This is the facial hair remover. So
it's lovely, all with lavender.
Yeah, and it does smell really nice, and it's just sugar. So she found a way of making it without using all the citric acid or whatever. And I am totally going to be doing this during lockdown. I'm going to be sugaring every bit of my body, I think. Well, not every bit of my body. No, I'm not going to be sugaring every bit of my body. I completely take that back.
Just come on with one eyebrow gone.
Yes, I'm glad you picked up eyebrows. Yes, but I have done this here before, and also just under here. And in fact, one of my tips that I've talked about before for just sort of lifting the face is to use moustache dye in a dark brown. You've done this. We did this in the summer, didn't we, together? Dyeing eyebrows. And it's really amazing. You may think the eyebrows are really sparse.
Yeah.
But when you dye them, all those little hairs that you don't normally see, that, you know, maybe a bit blondie or maybe, you know, gone a bit grey in my case, you can actually then darken them up a bit. Yeah. And then if you just shape underneath with a little bit of the sugaring. And what the sugaring is really good for is because you melt it either in a microwave or just in a pan of hot water. Because it's warm and the way the sugar kind of is constructed, it sticks to the hair and not the skin.
Oh, very good.
So it doesn't hurt as much. It's not like home waxing when you pull it off. So
I have to try that.
I do.
I have to epilate my moustache.
Oh, that is ouchy.
It's so painful.
Yeah, but
it's so painful, but it's better than, I think, when I'm feeling really brave, I can do it, and it's less painful than having it threaded. You know, when you can get your eyebrows threaded and then you do the moustache at the same time.
I try and do under here as well, because I just find, you know, as we age, it's quite nice if you want to get rid of sort of peachy fuzz, just to have a bit more of a youthful glow. Giving away all my secrets, my inside information here. Let me just check that we do have, I'm sure we still have a discount code on Sugar Coated. Let me check. There are so many. By the way, if you lose track, just head to lizearlewellbeing.com, put in Liz Loves, and all these lovely discounts will pop up. I can't see it on here, but I think, because I think they're in alphabetical order.
So they are.
But anyhow, they may be, they may not be. They're still worth getting, even if you do not get the discount. Can we do a live session on iron one day? Yes, I think that would be a really good one. We have written about iron in the magazine. I think it may be online, so Amy, maybe you can find that feature to link to. Question for you, Lily.
Oh, yes.
From Mia on Facebook says, where are the dungarees from?
Oh, these. You're not going to want to hear this, but they're from a charity shop.
From a
so I
charity
can't
shop.
tell you.
They haven't got a label or anything.
I don't know. Check the.
What does it say? It says Walg.
What?
WAL and then capital G.
Oh.
So
But they're fab.
They
And
are
it's
really
like
fab,
a cross
aren't
between
they?
a dungarees and a jumpsuit because it's not actually denim, which makes
that's
it
a really
softer
nice
and
idea,
more comfortable.
actually.
Yeah.
Making dungarees in, because I do like a jumpsuit, but I don't know. Sometimes they look a bit kind of utilitarian, a bit industrial, a bit boiler suity.
Mm.
Whereas this, I think, looks more modern. And this was the jumper that you got from the shoot that we did with Hello.
Yes, it is. It's from the Hello shoot.
I have to put some more pictures up from that Hello shoot,
I know,
actually.
so great.
It was great,
Yeah, from
wasn't it?
jumper 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it? Very
Yes,
nice.
it's so lovely, so soft.
Very nice indeed. Do you have any tips for getting motivated into getting active in midlife? It all seems a bit overwhelming when I feel I have so far to go. Oh, Gina, I sympathise. Do you know, the longest journey, it starts with the first step. It is just so true. It's just the first step. And maybe this will help you. Okay, so when Lily saw her physio recently, and, you know, Lily finds it hard to do any kind of exercise, which is devastating because you used to work out with Michael Gary, you'd be in the park, you'd be running around. But do you want to tell her that what you've been set, your work from the physio, which might help you, Gina?
So my work from the physio, it's called something to do with rehabilitation. But anyway, the idea is that you don't boom and bust, so you don't like push your body to the max, especially if you're like chronically ill or just starting out, so you don't have much reserve to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
So my homework is to walk 2 minutes a day every other day.
Wow.
And then after a few days you go to 3 minutes and then 4 minutes. I'm now at 5 minutes. But I can't take Basil with me because she wants to stop and sniff things and I'm not allowed to stop for 5 minutes.
Gosh, so you were literally then, when you started, you'd be walking for a minute and then back.
Yeah.
So you'd walk out of your front door
out
for
of
a
my
minute
front door, basically to the end of the road and back. And that was my exercise.
And now you do 5 minutes.
Yeah, now I'm up to 5 minutes.
And you're quite vigilant about it. You'll go out, you'll time yourself for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, you time yourself. Yeah.
And I guess
it's all about building that up. You still do your other activities. You know, I still walk to the shop or whatever. I don't count that.
But that's your physical...
That's my physical exercise. And
that's
then
really
you go up and up, and then eventually you're on 20 minutes, 40 minutes, you know, an hour.
But you're also setting achievable goals, aren't you? Because
Exactly.
and you're feeling good about it. You're not thinking, oh, I can't do this anymore. Because hopefully the vast majority of us can go out for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you kind of give yourself a tick. You know, you could make a chart and pin it up on the fridge or whatever and go, today, yep, I did that. You know, tomorrow it's whatever. So what increments do you increase it by at the moment? So if you're on 5 minutes a day now, what would you...
Yeah, so I would then... so basically I go up by a minute each week.
A minute a week?
Yeah.
There we go.
Every other day. So I have my normal walking.
So you walk every other day? So it's not even every day that you do this?
Day.
Okay, wow.
So I'll still do, you know, other walking, like to the bus or the shops if I'm out, you know, feeling well enough to be out and about. But then I have my physio walking.
That's your physio walking.
And I also do it because some people know I do a lot of Pilates. So I also hold in my pelvic floor while I'm doing it as a little bonus.
Okay, good.
But even Michael Gary, when you podcasted with him, said that you start with walking. And then you might, you know, after however long it takes, then you walk, jog as you feel. You know, you don't have to go out straight away.
No, you really don't. And in fact, talking of Michael Gary, something that you might like is the download that I did, which is called A Stronger, Slimmer You. And it is specifically for that. It's all about working out at your own pace, at home, using your own body weight. So you don't need any special equipment. You know, no one's going to watch you. I do push-ups, as you know, and I challenge myself to do 50 push-ups. But when I started, no way could I do that.
No.
You know, I'd be lucky if I could do 10. And, you know, and it just starts with 1. And if you can't do it on the floor, do it against the wall.
Yes.
Stand up against the wall and just, you know, push forward and push back. And then the next day, try and do 2 of those. And then 3 of those. And then, you know, if you're picking up weights, you know, you might have a weight that's £1 and then, £2. And it's little bits, isn't it?
It is.
And even just tiny things, not giving up. And I think it's really interesting. I know this audience here is very varied because we have, a lot of women watching who are into, serious strength training and high intensity exercises. And you'll have heard me podcast with Zana Morris, so I'm hoping to have back actually next week. Because we love Zana, and she is really into her high intensity and really stepping it up and going for it for 10-12 minutes and taking the supplements like creatine from her Strong Nutrients brand to support that, which we still have a discount code on, by the way, and that's going to be ongoing because I know that I think you broke her website when we first started talking about it, because it's, again, really interesting is in how we need to keep our muscle mass going as we age and how we lose it as women. And you've got all these delights to come, but you're going to be so well prepared.
I know, the slightest thing and I'll be off to get my estrogen gel.
Slap on your estrogen gel and make sure that, or at least be aware of it. Be aware of it. And for those of you who have been obviously following a lot of the debate in the media about the safety studies of HRT, etc., don't forget I do have that updated podcast that I recorded on Monday, which went out as a quick little news flash. Also this week I will be vlogging for YouTube, so if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Maybe you could join me on my vlog.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
No, we haven't.
So my vlogs on YouTube come out on a Thursday, and they will be filmed the right way around, I promise you, on YouTube. We'll sort that. Good job I've got my techie one here. And then, of course, Friday is a big day always here at Earle Wellbeing, so you need to be signed up to the newsletter. We're working on our new newsletter that will come out on Friday afternoon. So you just literally go to the website, put your name on the list, and we'll send it to you. And we don't spam you, we don't sell your data or do anything like that. It's just a free resource that we share. We've also got the Friday 5 podcast that will come out on Friday. And then mustn't forget, today we have a brand new podcast series.
We do.
And in fact, it's very good that you're here with me today, because you are one half of Heart Dialogue.
I am, yes.
Do you want to tell us about that?
About Heart Dialogue?
Yeah.
Yes, well, my husband's a sound engineer. So when she thanks Harry or says anything about, mentions him in the Friday 5 or anything like that, that is my husband. And I do the video recording and editing for the podcast.
Yeah, and you haven't been doing so much because obviously it's just been sound, but we're finding a way now.
Well, this
recording the new series.
We recorded it on Zoom, so I was editing the Zoom footage from
the
Zoom. So
the one that's with James Nestor today.
The beginning of it, the intro, because we're still learning about this as we go, the intro is audio only.
Okay.
So it just has the Earle Wellbeing Show logo, but after the intro, it then goes into the actual footage of the Zoom call. And he's so great to watch because it's all about breathing. And so he's actually doing the exercises and showing models and all of that, which would be lost if we didn't have the footage. Absolutely
right. Well, please take a listen. It's just going live now. So if you're subscribed to the Earle Wellbeing Show podcast app, then you will get that automatically popping in. Otherwise, head to the website. You can download it from there and take a listen. It's really fascinating because breathing is something that we all do every day. I don't know how many times he said, something like 25,000 times a day,
or like that.
Something crazy. But he's got some really interesting ideas on breathing. Simple things, including, wait for it, taping your mouth shut at night. Mm-hmm. And I did actually try that.
Did you?
I did.
How was it?
It was fine. And I thought I would feel different and it would disturb my sleep, and it didn't. And I slept really well.
Or is that better because you didn't hear yourself snore?
So, thanks. Did you hear that?
You do occasionally.
I do not.
You do. I've shared a bed with you so many times. I will not stand for it.
I am breathing heavily. How very dare you?
But also, Harry snores. And every night I have to kick him and get him to roll over.
I think you might be confusing us, my sweetheart.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I just realised the time.
His mouth shut.
He can tape his mouth shut, absolutely. Yeah. We'll take a listen to the podcast because it is really, really good. Oh, sorry, Basil. Now, before we go, and I just realised the time, sorry, we've overrun a bit through a late start. You also have a new little project.
A new project,
which is
project.
So exciting. I'm so proud of this one, working through all this pain and illness. And in fact, it really came about. Again, it was one of those kind of, blessings in disguise, because you discovered this technology on your journey for pain.
Yes, I
but
did,
actually
yeah.
it's so much more than that. Do you want to say just a little bit? Don't give too much away, because we'll do a proper podcast and a proper live on it. But it's just Lily's just launched it on Instagram, so if you are on Instagram, you might just want to take a look.
Yes, so it is a LED and near infrared face mask. So it sits across your face and it goes down and covers the neck as well, which many of them don't. And it's amazing for helping with skin laxity, youthful looking skin. There's a mode on it that you can have for acne, psoriasis, eczema, inflammation. And the way I got into it is because it uses near infrared technology. It can help reduce pain. So that's where I started researching it. And it's called Cell Return. If you want to go and check it out, I think we have all of 20 followers currently on Instagram.
So
please do go and. So I think we're.
Can we get her into three figures?
Yes,
It's
called cellreturn.uk, because this is technology that myself and the team have brought over from South Korea. So these masks, these devices, were previously completely unavailable in the UK unless you paid like massive import duty and stuff. So I decided to team up with them to get the technology available in the UK.
It is really exciting. We won't talk too much about it now. They are very expensive.
They are.
But they are very powerful. It's the most powerful one on the market, isn't it?
It is.
By a long way.
By a long way.
Yeah.
By a long way. So it penetrates, because of the near infrared technology, it penetrates into the skin 12 times deeper than LED alone. And that's what pushes the price up, because it's salon level. It's professional
and
level.
a lot of salons, I mean, hopefully once the salons are back up and running, this is the kind of thing that salons might want to buy or invest in. But anyway, take
really
a look.
Exciting.
We will talk about it, because I think the whole idea of LED technology, I've spoken before about using light and lasers. I've always been a fan of using light facials. I go to Debbie Thomas, for laser and light facials, because it's just using that non-invasive technology, and I do find it incredibly helpful. But I have been trialling Lily's gadget.
And you're very excited about it.
We will reveal all later, along with other things. But anyway, so your Instagram is up and running.
Yes, it is cellreturn.uk, and we can share it all with you.
Yeah, we will.
And all the evidence, just before anyone asks, there's lots of studies.
Of course, she's my daughter. Evidence-based information.
Evidence-based,
always. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your lovely, lovely comments. I'm sorry that we have overrun today. It's really good to have you with us, and I know it's going to be a difficult day for many, starting tomorrow, a difficult month. But we will be here, and we will try to share lots of well-being wisdom and some words of encouragement and positivity, a bit of fun. And of course, we'll be together, mum and daughter, which is really nice. So it means that we can share lots of things with everybody, with our broader family here. So thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry I was late, but I hope you agree it was worth it to get my roots done for lockdown. So
Well done.
Anyway, sending lots of love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye.